Hello, Editor Schloop here. This video had a bit of technical difficulties with the audio and is thus a little different. The first game, I'm sorry, but the audio is going to be a bit fuzzier than normal. I like to keep it kind of clean, but oh well, there's going to be a bit of static. I don't think it's too bad. And for the second game, no audio survived, so I had to improvise. I had some comments asking me if I would ever do post-gameplay commentary. Well, here it is. I decided to do a voiceover and rewatch my game and commentate and kind of try to remember what my thoughts on it were and also come up with new opinions. So I hope you guys like it. It's a little bit different, but, I had to make do with what I had. A couple of crazy games, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am schloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. We've been on a bit of a win streak, so let's hope that train keeps rolling. Well, this 9 is certainly the big number on the board. But man, this 9 sits 10. I think I'm pretty happy to go second here, because there are a lot of good spots, and we kind of get our pick of it. If he goes down here for like... Oh, no, he does take this 9 sits 10. Okay. Yeah, because the sheep is pretty hard to get. We could do something like sits 4-3, 9-3, 10, and just have all the ore and wheat. That leaves them 9-5-2, which is pretty good. We could also take 8-4-3, 9-5-2, point down, get onto more wheat in some way, because he's not going to settle like the 9-6-2. The 9-3-10, though, that leaves him. That's really bad. I think we just go to the ore and 3-1 port and do our best. This 8-4-3 is a really strong expansion. Yeah, I think we just lose if we give him the 9-3-10 over here. If we give him the 9-3-10, playing these two spots, we're never going to connect roads. We're still probably not if he gets to this 9-4-11, but we'll try and make the best of this. That 3 is key. I guess we know where he's going first, so. And I don't know if I should hold on to that sheep for our first settle. I think maybe I do, because this 8-4-3 genuinely is an amazing pickup. Well, the second sheep makes it a little easier. To pop the dev and get a VP. I was hoping for some utility. That's alright. Kind of a stuck hand. We're still a ways off from getting the settle. I think another dev is good. There we go. Ooh, and the 7 out. Okay. That slows him down by a lot. Because I know he has almost as much ore as we do. And he had to discard one of them. There we go. Alright, give me a 4 before he settles. Man, I'm wasting all my 7s. And we'll take the city. There we go. Oh, the 2! Just like I asked. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, we city this up. And at this point, I'm okay to 4-for-1 the ore for some brick to get us there. Nice. We have the robber ready, so it's not the end of the world. He does steal the ore, though. He's only got the one source of wood. I'd rather he not move around too much, but we steal it back, and there's the second city. Okay. We are up and running. Haha. Nice, the timeline's going pretty smooth. He is going to be building fast, though. He's got a lot of production now and a lot of... Yeah, gets a city of his own. I think it's got to be on the 10 now. Maybe the 9. so that he can't pop devs. I think I like that. Ooh, okay. That's a nice steal. I'm just gonna hold. I know it's a little risky to do so, but that's nice. Oh, and the 7 out anyway. Okay. Well, we'll pare it down to our most essentials, I guess. We'll throw it on the 10. Another knight is good. I was thinking of the 6, but I don't know. He doesn't quite have the wood to match. I don't know that it's our biggest priority. Well, haha. 4 for 1ing feels so bad here. I'm gonna at least, there we go, take a chance that we get a Year of Plenty or a Mono or a Road Builder before I start 4 for 1ing everything. Oh, you know, I should have used the knight to try and steal the brick out of his hand. What am I doing? That would have been much better use of our resources. My bad. Well, we're pretty okay with this, honestly. He seems to be having a bit of a troubled start. Well, there's the Year of Plenty that I wanted. Let's throw it on the sheep so that those devs are a little harder for him to get. He's never without brick, I'll give him that. Okay. His hand is basically just wheat and brick. If we can steal either of those. No! Come on, see, this is why I don't do aggro knight stuff. That's so frustrating. Alright. We're okay. We just need our 4 or 6 to roll. And hopefully not another 7. Is he thinking of the Ormano? No. Man, that's not good. Like, we've got a healthy... This is disgusting. Oh, but at least we can finally, like, move now. Yeah. Oh. Rough block. Okay, good 7, good 7. Not a good 7? We didn't get any reprieve there. He's gotta have the mono and thinking of the... No? Does he just have a bunch of VPs? Because that's kind of scary in its own way, too. Alright, we need to catch up on devs. The triple knight is certainly something, but considering the fact that he's not playing knights, I don't know if it was really the best things we could have gotten. That is something good. Yeah, let's just hit this sits. It's been a problem for us. Play a knight. Thank you. He's just all VPs and monos. I'm so afraid. I guess I should have waited with the knight so that I could steal something useful. No, he's getting all of our cards. We're like the Orwee cheap player, and he's getting all of our cards. Okay, well, we will soon be working with ports, and that'll make our life a whole lot easier. There we go. There we go. Well, army is secured. Thank goodness, if that was ever a worry. I still think we're doing okay. He is yet to be on a port. Surely I get something here that makes our life a little easier. Yep, that'll do it. And it doesn't take him under, and it blots the sit, so I'm pretty happy with all of that. These stuck hands, maybe the 3-1 was the better option. I'm also a little scared of him getting onto it first now. I'm going to go ahead and port this for the sheep, so that the 8 gives us a road settle. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. You know, I've been talking about aggro knights, and I have a good chance of stealing ore. or sheep from his hand to pop another dev or drop a city. I think I'm gonna go for it. No. Alright, well. It's been a ramblin' gambling type of turn, type of game. I figure might as well commit. And there are still VPs in the deck, honestly. So I really do want to be pulling. No, just knights for us. Which is good after the 7. I know it's a little strange, but let's just throw a city on the 3 there. The sheep matter, and we do need to build to 15 points. I don't see us getting a cityable settle anytime soon. I don't think this one's going our way. Yeah, he's probably at 14 and just has a few too many resources here. Yep, that'll do it. Oh man, there were definitely a lot of spots. I feel like I could have used my knights better, either by trying to steal things on certain turns where I would have had better chances of like getting the brick in the early game to prevent that 4-for-1, and waiting, to move it so that I could steal something when again he had an empty hand and then rolled brick. So I definitely need to get better about when I use my knights and how. And maybe our setup just wasn't great. I don't know. It was kind of a tricky board, and I should have gone to the 3-1 port before the OR port. I think there's definitely a world in which we win this game. We pulled almost exclusively knights. We never got a road builder. We never got a Europlenny. We never got a monopoly. He got all the utility, and a monopoly was never drawn. Also, he got the 2 VPs, and we only got 1, and then 8 knights. So I definitely think there's a world that we could have won if the dev deck had gone our way just a little more. But hey, that's okay. I definitely need to get better with my knights. That could have made the difference. So I won't lament the loss. We learned something. On to the next game. Alright, so I consider this one a bit of a tricky board that also has some fun setups to it. It has some like real big power numbers, right? The 6-5-9 spot, you love to see it. The 8-5-10 is also a monster over there with the only brick. There are a lot of really enticing spots, but I picked a somewhat unorthodox one in this game, and before I show it to you, I would like for you to take a moment and really plan out where you would go first and second, considering where you think the opponent might go in between. Now that you have made your choices, I will show you how the board plays out. I end up taking not the 8-5-10, but the 8-10-3. And in doing so, I effectively lock that entire brick tile, because he doesn't want to settle on the 8-4 wood port, even with the 6-5-9, because then I can just take all the ore and have it the entire game because he's pushed so far to the western side. I know that if I don't take the 6-5-9, my opponent is going to. So I just have to figure out what he's going to pair it with. The obvious answer is the 9-10-11. It's a massive chunk of ore, and it's the only brick that he has left to give him a more rounded pool of all 5 resources. And that leaves me with the 8-4-5, and I'm really happy with that, because the coordinated 8s give me roads that just let me build all over the place. And then he suddenly has a very important decision to make. Does he go down to the 6-3-11, or up to the 6-9-2? Because I'm gonna connect my roads through one of the two, and he doesn't have enough brick to stop me on both fronts. And if we manage to go up along top, and we pick up the 9 ore and the 6 wood, and then we get to the 8-4 wood port, things are looking good. But either way, if we have to go down and through the middle to the 6-3-11, that's still a really fantastic pickup, and it still fuels our wood port. So I feel like we have a lot of really good outs here. Plus, the wheat port is fantastic with this setup. And with that, I drop my starter road south and begin the game. Instantly rolling an 8, which is a lucky sign for how this is going to play out. Just every 8 being a road is such a powerful engine. he goes down to the ore port, which is to be expected. It's diversifying his wheat. It's doubling up his 9 of sheep, which he wants for devs. And of course he has a lot of ore. He does have a very strong ore wheat sheep game here. Managed to double up our own ore. We settle on the 5-10-2 and have pretty solid city material now anytime a 10 rolls. He cities up his 10-9-11 as well, and I think I make a pretty poor choice, honestly, in blocking this 11. I should have been blocking the 9 of ore. I guess I was just scared of him rolling 2 brick at once and then suddenly being able to like cut us off to the wheat port or something. And I don't know, it's debatable. A city up the 8-10-3 here, a 3 and a 10 is now another city, and getting 2 brick on the next 8 is fantastic because it would make a clean 2 roads with the 1 wood already in our hand. And we could plow to the 6-9-2, and I think that makes our game so much easier. And we've got it here, the plow on the 9-2. If he can't drop a road. But he's really thinking here. He's got a dev in hand. I'm shaking the dice. I'm kind of antsy, and there it is. It is a road builder, but it wasn't what I expected. I expected him to secure that 9-6-2, but instead he makes a run for the wheat port. And while I'm really sad about the wheat port loss, I know that we'll be able to do just fine, because with the 9 of ore, we're gonna outmatch him on ore wheat sheep stuff suddenly. He only has the single tile of sheep, the 9, and porting all of his ore for sheep certainly doesn't feel good. We're able to connect up top, and then suddenly we're on that 9, and bam, bam, the 9-4, we double up and connect through. We've got ore, we've got sheep, we've got a lot of unblockable resources, we've got a lot of wood. We'll get to the 8-4 wood port. We've got wheat every which way. We're making cities, we're popping devs, we're taking road, we're porting wood. We're just doing a lot of great things, and we don't have to really rely on the wheat port anymore. So here the dev train starts. The 10 hits, and it hits like a truck. We're just able to pop 1, 2, 3 times, get the mono. Whew. The mono is pretty big here, because anytime a 9, maybe like back-to-back 9s, suddenly we just take off. We're building cities everywhere. I want to keep, speaking of 9, this 9 of sheep blocked because it's his only source. It's 3 cards. It stops him from popping devs. It disrupts his flow. The ore builds up in his hand, and we strike with the mono. The 6-3-11 secured. And that's okay. We prioritized going up around top to get on that 9 of ore rather than connecting through the middle, which has less settle spot options because we can just shoot off into the 6 3-1 port, which I really like. You know, we connect through, and then we just need a real quick road settle outcropping thing to get an extra point and win. Whereas the 6-3-11 doesn't really have that luxury. So I think connecting up top is a lot stronger, and I'm happy with it. We're kind of just waiting on a 3 or a 5 to show up so that we can get our settles down. I go ahead and throw a road out there. I'm noticing that there is quite a bit of wood in this guy's hand, and I'm thinking it'd be a lot better off with us before he can 4-for-1 and get that settle, or another city on the 8-10 would be pretty bad. Yep, gonna go ahead and rip it. That is 6 wood, and I just want to get a settle down. I'm pretty desperate at this point to be on the wood port, because 1-8 gives us the 6-9-2, a 4, a 3, a 5 gives it as well. There are quite a lot of things that get us there, and we have a lot more flexibility now. There it is. Okay. We finally build onto this ore. And now we have even more wood for building roads, getting down to the 9-4. It's pretty important. We're one off of Army, and he hasn't played any Knights yet. It looks like the 9 block, there it is, has been working to really suppress what he can do dev-wise. And we're happy to see that VP. We're going to need him. We're probably going to be popping devs more than we're going to be building a ton of cities here, just because we're a bit more of a road game here. I don't know. I want to take away what he is trying to do, because we already have road secured for sure. So let's focus more on stopping his win conditions, which are devs, and build and winning on both fronts, Army and road, to get a quick victory off before his long-term stuff really pays off. He has production here. You know, he started on the 659, and he did get to a wheat port, but there's just not, like, the wood doesn't really do too much, and the 3-to-1 down there is real ugly, just on the lone spec of 12 wood. And these 8s are really starting to come through. Really happy to see him. And let's see, we still have 8 roads left. We connect with 5 roads, and then he's not taking it from us before the game is over. So we can just do little offshoots like to the 5-8, have massive production, get the 3-to-1 going, and get like a fast win. So I decide to connect, or at least drop the road of giving us the option to connect down through the 9-4, or do a quick 3-to-1 settle. We're not worried about losing longest road by not keeping it perfect, you know. We can have the one offshoot and it's fine. It's not going to get that far. Might as well drop a city in this point. We already have the knight in hand, and hey, city up the 6. Now a 5, a 4, a 3, a 6, or an 8 is a wheat, and a road settle if it's a 6 or an 8. So getting down onto that 9-4 would be awesome, and it would be really easy if he didn't just steal the 1 wood. We got a little lucky before when he stole the brick out of my hand, so I'm not too mad. But now it's just kind of a waiting game again. Oh, no, we get it back, and there we go. Okay. Still quite not the road settle, but probably a dev. Yeah, ooh, another VP. We are so close. And at this point, I do not try to go down to the 9-4 anymore, because there's a chance that he could like somehow plow us and prolong the game. I just drop the road up to where I cannot be blocked, and I wait to get my final settle and 15 points. Oh, so close. But he's at 7 and we're not too worried, and that is it. The wood port came through at the end, made it super easy to get down those fast settles and cities and pop devs, and on my turn, win the game. Yeah, because there's no trick up his sleeve. We've got it. And there it is. Nice. 22-27, about where we started. But hey, sometimes breaking even is all you need. We're still in top 100 global. That's all I can ask for. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Take care, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one.